Cholanga hands and how they differ from humans. Hello my disciples, today we will be quickly covering the differences between human and Cholanga hands, both inside and out. But before we do, if you are interested in Cholanga lore, we have a Discord linked in the description. And with that, now we can get into it. Starting off with the exterior anatomy of the hands, you will notice that Cholanga hand has a few obvious differences from humans. The fingers and thumb are very slightly longer than human ones. The outer hand, back of the hand, and fingers are covered with a hard, thick, rough exoskeleton. The inner hand, palm, and fingers have a thinner, much softer exoskeleton similar to human skin, allowing the fingers to flex easily and secure a firm grip. And the fingertips lack standard fingernails. Instead, they have a lip of exoskeleton that functions like a fingernail, evolved from the claws their arthropod ancestors possessed. This protrusion of bone allows them to pick up extremely fine objects, grip things more securely, and they generally work the same as our fingernails, except they don't grow very long. And while we're on the topic of fingertips, let's take a closer look. Here's a close-up of a human Cholanga and spider fingertip. Yes, I am aware that the spider's quote-unquote fingertip is the end of its leg, but it's functionally the same. Anyway, notice how the Cholanga one has small hairs like the spider protruding from the fingerprint. Well, those small hairs are called setae and come from their ancient arthropod ancestors. In the case of said ancestors, these would help them climb walls, but in the case of the Cholanga, these setae exist entirely to help them grip objects and are not strong enough to support their full body weight. And with that covered, we can now move on to the internal anatomy. The internal structure of a Cholanga hand has a few distinct differences from a human. The finger and thumb bones are a bit flatter and thinner, but are much denser to compensate for the lesser volume. The tendons that pull the fingers inward are a bit thicker and contain more denser packed collagen fibers, making them much stronger, which is necessary as their lower arms contain more muscle, giving them greater grip strength. The bones of the fingertip, known as the distal phalanges, are part of the exoskeleton on the outer tip of the finger, which is also the case for the toes. And around the base of the hand and fingers, the arteries and veins have muscular rings that clamp shut if a body part is lost. Why they have this ability is discussed in the internal biology comparison video during the circulatory system section at around 8 minutes and 40 seconds. So if you want context on this, go watch that video, as I won't be repeating myself. And with that, we have covered the differences between human and Cholanga hands. Also, you may have noticed that we have not covered the feet. That is because they are basically the same as the human ones, except they have an exoskeleton, muscle rings, and the aforementioned exoskeleton bone toe tips and the bone lip nails. But regardless, if you enjoyed this, liking, commenting, and sharing is greatly appreciated. Anyway, see you next time.